Here in this case of a female 63 years old complaining of hemoptysis and weight loss, the high resolution CT, as we see here, showing numerous nodules in number, randomly distributed with halo sign. There's no lobar predilection, no particular distribution in relation to the pulmonary interstitium and pulmonary lobules. Here you can see the nodules resting on the fissure and on the pleural surface, which denies centrilobular distribution. The perilymphatic distribution versus random in this case, here we see homogeneous distribution of the pulmonary nodules all over the lung fields. In perilymphatic distribution, nodules will be more along the interstitium, bronchovascular interstitium, interlobular interstitium, which is not the case here. In this case, we are lucky that there is something characteristic for the pulmonary nodules, that they are randomly distributed, because the halo sign is non-specific sign. So here we are having randomly distributed nodules with halo sign. So we are talking about randomly distribution, differential diagnosis, which is miliary infection or metastasis. The miliary infection nodules will be marginally sharp, well-defined, as well as the metastasis, but presence of halo sign is characteristic for the metastasis, not to miliary infection, either TB or histoplasmosis, plus the large size of the nodules, macronodular pattern here is usually with the hematogenic spread of malignancy, not with the miliary hematogenic spread of infection, TB or histoplasmosis. In this slide, when we deal with multinodular lung, we place them into either centrilobular distribution, no nodules to be seen along the pleural surface, and lymphatic, the nodules are due to lymphatic spread. It will be along the bronchovascular bundle and along the interlobular septa and along the fissures. See, this is the respect of distribution of the nodules along the pulmonary interstitium and pulmonary lobules. In case of hematogen spread of the nodules due to blood-borne, so the nodules will be homogeneously distributed. See here, they are concentrated along the pulmonary lobular septa, interlobular septa, and bronchovascular interstitium. But here they are homogeneously distributed. And as in our case, here you see that the nodules are homogeneously distributed along the lung, no preference for the interstitium, and always in random distribution, you will see the nodules along the pleural surface, plus they are soft tissue density with well-defined borders, even if they are very tiny. So here we can reach for the conclusion that the distribution of the nodules are random. The second thing, we have to differentiate between the metastasis and the miliary infection. Usually, the miliary infection is tiny nodules. And you see here, even if the nodules are very tiny, they are still sharply marginated. And this is the characteristic feature of nodules due to hematogenous spread, miliary TB or histoplasmosis. The nodules in blood-borne source will be always even tiny, well sharply marginated nodules and soft tissue density. But in case of the metastasis, the nodules are larger in size compared to the tiny size in miliary infection. These are examples that I think they are obvious to compare between tiny nodules and macronodular random distribution of metastasis compared to the nodules of the miliary infection. Here, both show subpleural nodules along the costal margin. Here, you can see them also as well, and also seen along the fissure, but they are not distributed here or here along the bronchovascular or interlobular septa. Specifically, they are homogeneously distributed along the both lung fields. This characteristic random distribution will limit the differential diagnosis into hemorrhagic metastasis in the previous case we saw now because of the halo sign, which is available for the hemorrhagic metastasis. The halo sign of the ground glass density surrounding the pulmonary nodule represent the hemorrhage, peritumoral hemorrhage, which is not available for miliary infection. The hemorrhagic metastasis differential diagnosis that can occur in angiosarcoma, choriocarcinoma, osteosarcoma, malignant melanoma, renal cell carcinoma, and gastrointestinal tract and pancreatic cancer. And in our case, the patient was known to be malignant melanoma. Thank you.